I'm Chris Black. For almost a decade, I've been living with and learning from jojoba in an attempt to unlock its remarkable secrets. Secrets that were common knowledge to the Native American tribes. This is jojoba. It was used by the Native American tribes in their everyday lives to moisturise their skin, to condition their hair. They used it as a food. They used it in all aspects of their lives. As you can see, it's a 3 to 4 metre shrub. It's drought tolerant, it's salt tolerant. It doesn't have pests or diseases in Australia, so we don't need to apply chemicals. It doesn't require cultivation or pruning. It produces beans, something like a coffee bean. When these beans are mature, the plant simply drops them on the ground. 50% of the mass of the bean is the golden liquid wax ester. We simply cold press the bean to release the golden wax. Jojoba is a desert plant native to the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. It evolved in the harshest and hottest of desert conditions. If you take the time to observe jojoba in its natural environment, you can see the processes that make it so unique. Jojoba evolved in the absence of all other similar plants. Its friends were the cacti. So as jojoba evolved, it couldn't borrow genetic material from any other plant. Simply to survive in those harshest and hottest of desert conditions, jojoba needed to develop its own survival mechanisms. It has a taproot that goes down 15 metres, so that any rain event in the desert, it can capture the moisture and draw it up into the plant. But the key to survival is for the plant to be able to hold that moisture in its living tissue. To do that, it developed a unique molecule, unlike that produced by any other plant. A molecule identical to the wax esters produced in the skin and the eyes of mammals. Jojoba pulls in carbon atoms from the atmosphere and builds these huge long carbon chains. These are called wax esters, and jojoba is the only plant in the world known to produce liquid wax esters. It builds these molecules and it layers them in the leaves. The wax esters allow gases and nutrients to come and go from the leaf, but they trap the moisture in the leaf. The other unique thing about jojoba is that it feeds its young on proteins, where every other plant in the world feeds its young on triglyceride plant oils. These beans contain 30% protein. In that harsh desert environment, they have to be protected from the atmosphere and from contact with oxygen atoms. The plant pumps wax esters identical to those in its leaves into the beans to smother and protect those complex proteins. So these remarkable molecules produced by the jojoba have the function of stopping moisture loss, stopping the penetration of solar radiation into the living tissue of the plant, smothering and protecting the complex proteins stored in the jojoba beans. When we take the jojoba from the plant, in every application we use it for, it does that. It's meaningful for us because the wax esters produced by jojoba are identical to the wax esters produced in our skin and in our eyes. Sebum pumps out of your skin. 30% is wax esters. The wax esters keep sebum flowing out. When you get to the age of 20 for girls, 25 for boys, your body clock switches them off. So over the following 15 years or so, the production of wax esters winds down. The moisturising barrier in your skin breaks. Moisture can readily escape from your skin. So progressively over time, instead of being plump and moist like they are when you're young, your skin cells become more like footballs with not enough air in them. The elastin and collagen that hold them in place snaps and your epidermis thins and folds on itself. That's wrinkles, that's skin ageing. You can slow that ageing process with jojoba by supplementing the natural wax esters produced in your skin. So wax esters are a natural part of your body's natural health maintenance system.